Dear soul, welcome to a special message, one that's meant to encourage your spirit. If this is your first time hearing something like this, I really want you to know it's not just by chance that you're here. It's not a coincidence at all. Your inner self was gently guided to this message because something super important is happening for you in the spiritual world, something just for you. Your spiritual guides have been trying to get your attention, whispering little things. The universe, or a higher power, has been showing things. And what's being shown right now isn't just surprising. It's actually pretty unsettling. It's deep. It's personal. It's very raw and real. It's about that special someone in your life. You know, the one your heart just can't quite stop feeling for. The one who's always on your mind. Maybe you haven't even met them in person yet. Or maybe they're right there beside you. Either way, the real truth about them is starting to come out to surface. And the guiding forces of love and light truly want you to know what's been kept hidden. Before we get into all the details, just take a nice, slow, deep breath. Let your soul settle down and feel calm in this quiet moment. And if your spirit is already feeling a bit stirred up, like you're getting a little nudge from within, take a moment to powerfully affirm within your heart, I am ready for truth. That simple act of acknowledging its signals to the universe that your spirit is listening and truly open. It helps open the door even wider for the understanding that's meant for you. And dear one, please remember, what I'm about to share might shake you up a bit, but it's also going to get you ready, keep you safe, and put you in the right place for what's coming next. So let's begin. Your special person, the one you feel so strongly pulled towards in your spirit, is carrying something they haven't shared with anyone. It might be a secret fear they can't shake, a hidden hurt from their past, or a quiet battle they've been fighting all by themselves. And the messengers of light are saying that this truth is about to come out into the open. This isn't to punish them or make them feel bad, but it's to protect you. Because you are loved so much, and you deserve not to walk into any situation without knowing what's really going on. Even when our hearts want what they want so badly, the universe cares more about what our souls truly need for growth. An old wisdom says, "The Lord will bring to light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of the heart." And there it is, the motives. Now, this person, yes, they do have love for you. There's a real connection there. But not everything they're doing or feeling comes from a totally pure place. And a lot of times, they don't even mean for it to be that way. Some of their fear, their old, unresolved issues are buried so deep that they don't even consciously know these things are guiding their actions. But the higher power sees it all, and now, these things are being shown to you. So, here's the tough truth, the part that might be a little hard to take in. This person has kind of made up an idea of you in their head. Not the real, wonderfully complicated you, but like a perfect, ideal version of you. And the hard part is, they're not really ready for the parts of you that don't fit that perfect picture. They think they're ready for a deep, true love, but they're actually scared of real emotional depth. They're a bit afraid of your strength, your deep feelings, your spiritual connection, your clear way of seeing things. They admire it, sure, but it also scares them quite a bit. They want your light, but they don't really know how to deal with your shadows, your human moments. They pray for love, but they haven't really healed from the things that hurt them before. And dear one, listen closely. That means they might love you, but they could still hurt you. Not on purpose, but because of their own unhealed pain. This is exactly why your spiritual protectors are giving you this heads up now. Don't rush into things. Don't just assume everything is as it seems. Don't let your strong emotions be louder than your inner knowing, your discernment. The universe isn't trying to scare you. It's trying to protect you. Another piece of wisdom says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And right now, your heart is so beautifully open, and that's a wonderful thing. But not everyone knows how to gently hold an open heart. This person you care about, they've probably been wishing for someone real. They've cried out for a love that's honest and true. But here's what the universe sees. They're still in a big internal tug of war with who they are. One day, they really want to feel close to their higher power, and the next day, they run away from it. One moment, they want to build something real with you, and the next, they might just disappear into silence. You see, they're not just struggling to love you. They're fighting a deep battle to love themselves. And that, dear one, is another part of the difficult truth. They are not your enemy, not at all. But they are definitely fighting an enemy within themselves. A wise text, Ephesians 6 verse 12, reminds us, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." This person's struggle is very much a spiritual one. It's not just about you. It's about these ongoing battles that have probably followed them for years. Their past might have some messy parts. Their mind isn't always calm. Their heart isn't fully given over to healing yet. And still, through all of that, their soul deeply longs for you. That's why it all feels so complicated. That's why it feels like a constant push and pull. They want you, they really do, but they don't yet know how to be with you in a healthy, lasting way. Because being with you would mean they have to face all the things they've been trying to avoid. And that's really scary for them, especially if they've gotten used to hiding to feel safe. But the universe isn't showing you these things about them to make them feel ashamed. It's to help them heal and to get you ready. Because what you're here to do is too big. Your purpose is too important. Your heart is too precious to be put in the hands of someone who's still fighting a war with themselves. The angels, your guides, are speaking. They're telling your heart, you're not crazy for feeling the way you do. You are not weak for loving the person you love. Your ability to love so deeply is a strength. But you are incredibly wise to wait, to pray, to use your judgment, and to really check the spirit of things. John 4 verse 1. Another piece of wisdom says, "Dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God." Yes, that's right. Test it, even if it feels like it's meant to be, even if the connection feels incredibly strong. Because negative energies know how to make confusion look charming. They know how to make delays feel like passionate desire. They know how to fake good chemistry. But your spirit, your inner knowing, knows the real truth. And the truth is, you are not here on this earth to fix them. You are not here to lose yourself trying to save someone else. You're not meant to be a healing center for broken souls or a playground for people who are not yet spiritually mature. You, dear one, are a sacred space, a carrier of wonderful energy, a bright lighthouse in the dark. And your guides are strongly urging you, stop dimming your amazing light just so others can feel more comfortable around you. You are not meant to shrink yourself down. You are meant to shine brilliantly. Even if your bright light shows their shadowy parts, even if your honesty shakes up their silence. That's why this insight had to come to you now. So you can move forward with your eyes wide open, fully aware. You can still love, of course, but with healthy boundaries in place. You can still have hope, but with clear-eyed judgment. You can still care deeply, but also protect your own well-being and spirit. Isaiah 41 verse 10 declares, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." Even in this time of not knowing what's next, you are not alone. You are never, ever left on your own. And believe this with all your heart. This story, your story, is not over. In fact, it's really just beginning. But before it goes on, take a quiet moment, and if it feels right, affirm to yourself, "Truth makes me stronger." Because it truly, truly does. It makes you wiser, sharper, braver, and more in line with your true self. Your spirit is safe in this understanding. Your calling is celebrated. You are reminded every day that you are special and chosen. Now, dear one, there's a bit more to understand, because while this person carries fear, they also carry amazing potential. They carry promise. They carry the chance for a wonderful spiritual transformation. But here is the most important part. They have to choose it for themselves. As this message continues to unfold in your heart, we will explore what your spiritual team is doing behind the scenes and what specific signs you'll begin to see if this person is truly changing from the inside out. But for now, just sit with what has been shared. Let it really sink into your soul. Speak truth and kindness over your own heart. And always remember, this unsettling truth, while it might sting a little, is not the end of the story. It's the very beginning of clarity, of wisdom, of sacred preparation, because what's coming next for you is truly wonderful. If this message has touched your spirit, hold on to that feeling. Your guides want to show you what happens next. Because, dear one, even though truth can sometimes feel painful, it is also the very start of transformation. And the universe is not finished with this story yet. There's so much more happening than what you can see with your eyes. So take a deep breath in and a slow breath out, and if you feel in your heart, declare to yourself, I trust divine timing. Because timing really is everything. Your spiritual helpers are working hard even now, behind the curtain of what you can't physically see. They're stirring things up in the spirit world. They are gently touching the heart of your person. They are moving all the pieces into their right places, even if it doesn't look like it to you yet. Romans 8 verse 18 whispers like a gentle wind. The sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed. And yes, that absolutely includes the wonderful future in your love story, the beauty in this special connection. But first, your person really has to face themselves. They must confront their deep fear of being truly seen. Not the polished version they show to the world, but the raw, sometimes broken, completely unfiltered self that often hides behind a performance. The universe is bringing them face to face with their own truth. And it might not look very pretty at first. It might look like them pulling away, or being silent, or seeming very confused. But often, what feels like distance is actually them going through a period of inner discipline. What feels like rejection is often a sacred process of refinement for them. They're being pushed and challenged in their spirit because a higher calling is urging them to grow, to become more mature, to find wholeness, to embrace truth. Psalm 139 verses 23 to 24 says, Search me, God, and know my heart. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. That's the kind of prayer that's being stirred up inside them now, even if they don't fully realize it. The discomfort they're feeling in their life right now, that's the universe shaking loose the parts of them that can't go where you're headed. They're being awakened, not by romantic feelings alone, but by stark reality. They're starting to realize that love isn't just about exciting butterflies. It's about responsibility. It's about emotional strength. It's about being a spiritual support. And you're not just another person they might choose. You are a soul that is specially marked by the universe. You are not average. You are gifted. You are not temporary. You are timeless. You're the kind of person whose presence can change the whole feeling of a room. And dear one, that kind of powerful energy isn't easy for everyone to receive or handle. Now, you don't have to sit around waiting in pain. You can wait with purpose, living your own full life. You can keep moving forward without giving up on your heart's desires. Because while they're being worked on from within, you too are being strengthened, lifted up, and purified. You are being put in the right position for something much greater than an unhealthy, dependent relationship. The universe is teaching you how to let go with a sense of peace. That doesn't mean giving up hope entirely. It means giving the situation over to a higher power. It means saying, Universe, if this is your will for me, let it grow. If it's not, help me let it go. That's real spiritual maturity. That's how you protect your inner peace, how you keep your heart whole and healthy. Isaiah 26 verse 3 promises, You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. So, place your trust not just in their visible progress or in their promises, but in the universe's overall process. Trust that even the silence has a purpose. Even the distance has a lesson to teach. Even the confusion is like a classroom for growth. Because, dear one, the truth might be a bit unsettling, but it is definitely not the end of the story. In fact, some of you are about to see something truly amazing happen. That person who once ran away from responsibility, they're about to turn back with a new sense of respect and seriousness. Not because you begged them or chased after them, but because the spirit of the universe touched them in places that your human hands never could. That's the real beauty of letting go and surrendering. You made space for the universe to do what you couldn't do on your own. And now your guides are saying, watch. Watch for the results, the fruits. Matthew 7 verse 20 tells us, by their fruit you will recognize them. Not just by their apologies, not by their sweet words, not by their tears, but by their actions, their fruit, by how they show up in the world, by how they actually grow and mature, by how they love. Not just when things are easy, but especially when things are hard. There will be signs, clear and meaningful signs. First, they will start to seek a connection with their higher power with a real hunger, not because you push them to, but because their own soul finally broke open to it. Second, they will begin to let go of the people and old habits that kept them stuck in repeating cycles. They will disconnect from things that distract them. They will bravely face their own inner darkness. Third, they will reach out to you not because they're lonely, but because they feel genuinely aligned and ready. Their voice will sound clear. Their presence will feel peaceful. Their love will no longer be a performance. It will be a true partnership. If you start to see these things, dear one, you'll know that this wasn't just a good connection. It was a divinely guided connection. But if you don't see these positive changes, if all you continue to see is delay, confusion, and inconsistency, then your guides are saying it very clearly. Release them. Let them go. Wish them well on their journey. But do not lower your own standards or compromise your worth. You have come too far. You have grown too much. You have hurt too deeply. And you have healed too bravely to go back to a version of love that leaves you feeling empty. You are not desperate. You are divine and wonderfully made. Affirm this within yourself. I will wait for what is holy and true. Say it again to yourself. I will wait for what is holy and true. This is your moment of inner agreement, your moment of surrender to what is best. And if you feel moved, make sure you stay open to messages like this, because these kinds of insights will keep coming, and you don't want to miss what the universe is pouring into your spirit next. You've been asking big questions. The universe is giving you answers. You've been crying out for clarity. Heaven is delivering it. The truth isn't always soft and easy, but it will ultimately save you. And the person who is truly meant to walk beside you will face that truth head on. They won't run away from it. They will grow from it. And if they do, you'll know it, because peace will come with their presence. Peace will gently touch your spirit. Peace will whisper to you, this is safe. This is special. This is sealed by a higher love. And if that's not what you feel, then please wait. Because what's coming for you next will not confuse you. It will confirm what you already know deep down. You won't have to guess. You'll just know. Because the universe doesn't send chaos. It sends clarity. And dear one, that clarity is being sent to you now because your spiritual guides are not finished helping you. They're about to show you another step you need to take so that your heart stays protected and your life's promise stays right on course. But before we move into that next chapter of understanding, just breathe. Affirm in your heart, truth is freedom. And make sure you stay open to receiving more encouragement like this. Because as we continue, your guides are going to show you how to heal completely and get yourself ready for the kind of love that feels like a true, safe home. Beloved soul, this is the part where everything really starts to make sense, where the fog of confusion lifts and clarity settles in, where peace takes the place of pressure, and where your heart can finally let out a long, deep sigh of relief. Because in this final part of the message, the universe speaks very clearly, not just about them, but about you. Yes, you've been focusing on the unsettling truth about your special person, their fears, their ups and downs, their inner spiritual struggles. But now, the universe is gently shifting the focus back to where it truly belongs, your own soul. Because while they're being worked on from the inside, you too are being prepared. And your preparation matters just as much as their healing. This isn't just a story about them. This is about you becoming the kind of person who can carry a deep, divine love without fear, without self-sabotage, and without settling for less than you deserve. An old piece of wisdom, when we make it about everyone, suggests, One is clothed with strength and dignity. One can laugh at the days to come. That's where you're headed, to a place of strength, self-respect, and joy about your future, not anxiety. But to walk in that kind of energy, you must let go of one final thing: the fear of losing what isn't quite ready for you yet. The fear of being too much, too deep, too spiritual, too pure, or too loving. You might have been dimming your own bright light to try and fit into someone else's slow pace or delay. You might have been waiting for them to catch up. But now your guide is saying very boldly, no more of that. You are not hard to love. You are just hard to fool. You are not too intense. You're just deeply in tune with yourself and spirit. And only someone who has also been refined and guided by the universe can truly recognize and appreciate that kind of deep soul fire. This is why the last season of your life might have been so difficult. You were being trained, matured, and tested. Your tears weren't wasted. They were like seeds being planted. And the harvest, the good results, are very near. Isaiah 60 verse 22 declares, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And dear one, that right time is getting closer and closer. You'll know it not by just getting goosebumps, but by seeing real growth in yourself and others. You'll know it not by those fleeting butterflies in your stomach, but by a deep, steady sense of peace. The person who is truly meant to love you will not bring confusion into your life. They won't leave you guessing about where you stand. They won't use silence as a way to punish you. They will communicate with you clearly, support you with their prayers or good wishes, and stand beside you in faith. And if the person you love right now can't do those things yet, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means they're not ready for that kind of mature connection. And you cannot put your precious life on hold waiting for someone else to become who they're meant to be. You must become who you're meant to be too. You must rise up. You must bloom. You must heal so completely that your love is no longer drawn to old wounds, but is firmly anchored in your own wholeness. Romans 12 verse 9 says, "Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good." You are called to hold on to what is genuinely good for your soul, even if that means letting go of what feels familiar, even if it hurts for a little while, even if you prayed so hard for them. Because sometimes the person we really, really want is not the person we truly need for our highest growth and happiness. And sometimes the person we do need still has to go through their own journey to become who the universe designed them to be. So what do you do now? You turn towards letting go. You release them into the universe's loving hands. You stop trying to be the guiding spirit in someone else's life. That's not your job. You wish them well. You forgive them, mostly for your own peace of mind. You appreciate what they taught you, even if it was through a painful lesson. And you move forward with strong faith and an open, hopeful heart. Declare it now within yourself. I release what's not aligned with my best self. Say it again to yourself. I release what's not aligned. Because as you release, you make important space. Space for joy. Space for peace. Space for something truly real and wonderful. You're not stepping into bitterness. You're stepping into your own brilliance. You're not stepping into emptiness. You're stepping into an overflow of good things. You're no longer chasing after people who are trying to avoid themselves. You're no longer waiting around for clarity that never seems to fully arrive from them. You are walking boldly towards the amazing life that the universe has promised you. And that life is filled with true beauty, with healthy connections, with real honor, with shared spiritual support, with genuine intimacy that isn't afraid of your bright, shining light. You've cried long enough. You've prayed hard enough. You've waited patiently. And now, heaven is responding to you. Joel 2 verse 25 says, "I will restore to you the years that the locusts have eaten." The universe is not just restoring your heart. It's restoring your hope. It's restoring your belief in true, healthy love. Not a fantasy kind of love. Not a toxic, draining love. Not an on-again, off-again, confusing kind of love, but a holy, consistent love. Love that covers and protects. Love that speaks life and encouragement. Love that doesn't flinch or run away when it sees your complete, authentic truth. That's what's coming for you. But it's coming only because you chose to grow. You chose to surrender the outcome to a higher power. You chose to stop begging for little crumbs of affection and instead decided to wait for the wonderful banquet that heaven has lovingly prepared for you. And now, that unsettling truth that once might have broken your heart has become the profound wisdom that will protect it. You see things clearly now, you understand. You're not just emotionally attached anymore. You're spiritually awake and fully aware. And this awakening, this new level of awareness, will lead you to the one who is truly ready for you. The one who shows good character and actions. The one who is an answer to your sincere prayers. The one who doesn't just say you're the one, but lives like it every single day, consistently. So breathe deeply. Speak your truth boldly. Affirm within your heart, I choose alignment over attachment. And dear one, if this message has truly spoken to your soul, continue to seek out words and experiences that lift your spirit. Your guides are speaking more often and more clearly than ever before. And their main goal is to keep you in line with what's best for you, to keep your heart prepared, and to keep your soul protected. Because what's coming next for you is a love story that is truly worth waiting for, worth preparing yourself for. It will feel holy and sacred. It will feel peaceful. It will feel like coming home. Not chaos, not confusion, not inconsistency, but a sacred, consistent spiritual union. The kind of connection that makes you whisper to yourself, this is exactly what I prayed for. And the heavens will gently echo back to your heart. This is what I prepared for you. Now go forward, dear one, with your head lifted high, with your heart guarded by wisdom, with your spirit open and expectant. Because now you see the truth. And as John 8 verse 32 says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So walk forward in your freedom, and stay close to things that feel uplifting and true. We are all walking into a brighter future together. Be sure to stay open to this kind of encouragement, and affirm one last time within yourself, I am ready for what is real. Because, dear one, what is real, true, and lasting is indeed coming. And this time, you'll be absolutely ready for it. Amen.